The morning arrived without urgency. A pale light rested over the valley, thin as breath, while the ground still held the night's cold. The kind of quiet where even your own footsteps feel too loud, so you move carefully, almost apologetically. The call had come in late the evening before. An animal down near the riverbank, barely moving, exposed. By the time help arrived, many believed it would already be over. Out here, that's usually how these stories end. When we reached the site, the world seemed to slow around us. There it was, lying still against the damp earth. Mud clung to its fur. Each breath was shallow, uneven, like it was negotiating with the air. No panic, just exhaustion. The kind that settles in when the body has given everything it has. We didn't rush. Experience teaches patience before action. We knelt nearby, watching the subtle rise and fall of its chest, the faint twitch of an ear responding to sound. Life was still there, quiet but present. That mattered. Time passed differently after that. Minutes stretched. The sun climbed a little higher, warming the tops of the trees but not yet reaching the ground where we waited. One of us murmured softly, not words meant to be understood, just a steady presence carried on breath. Animals noticed tone long before meaning. There was tension, but it wasn't loud. It lived in the small details. The way its eyes fluttered open and closed, the way its muscles tightened when we shifted position. We adjusted our movements, slowed even more, letting it set the pace. Rescue isn't about control. It's about trust, especially when trust feels fragile. Care came in small steps. A blanket placed carefully. Water offered, not forced. Hands steady, deliberate. We watched for signs, resistance, fear, acceptance. And slowly, something changed. Not dramatically, just enough to feel. Its breathing deepened. A pause, then another fuller breath. The body eased, as if realizing it didn't have to hold itself together alone anymore. That's often the moment people miss. Healing doesn't announce itself. It arrives quietly. We stayed like that for a long while, sharing the stillness. Birds resumed their calls. The river moved as it always had. The world didn't stop, but it made room. In that space, the bond formed, not through touch, but through patience, through showing up and staying. Later, when we helped it to its feet, there was no sudden burst of strength. Just a careful shift of weight, a tremble, then balance. It stood unsure, but standing. Alive in a way that felt earned. Everyone had thought the rescue was too late, and maybe, by most measures, it almost was. But animals don't live by our timelines. They listen to different signals. Sometimes, all they need is a moment where the fight no longer feels solitary. When it finally moved back toward the trees, it didn't look back for long. Just a brief pause. A glance that wasn't gratitude exactly, more like acknowledgement. Then it disappeared into the green, carrying its survival with it. We stayed behind, packing up slowly. No celebration, just quiet relief. These moments don't belong to us, we're only witnesses. And as the light shifted again, brighter now, the valley returned to itself, holding one more story of compassion, patience, and the quiet power of not giving up when hope feels thin.